ask whether, well, God, can I give 7%? Or, it was kind of, God, was a hard month this month, so can I maybe do 2%? See, they understood that the whole tithe, the whole 10%, that's what the word tithe means. Because when you're not giving the mandatory amount, you're robbing God. So God says, I don't want you just to rob me less. I want you to stop robbing me at all. And give the full 10%. See, now we can go over and above the 10%. That's voluntary giving. That's called offerings. But we give the full 10% to God. Now, it says here that the full 10% is supposed to go where? It's supposed to go to the storehouse. Now, that was something in Israel's day, during this time, that they understood the temple. They understood the storehouse to be the temple, and particularly when it referred to the temple's work. The Levites in the temple decided how that money was to be spent for the good of the community. It was the center of God's activity amongst his people. And the closest parallel that we have in our day to the temple is, of course, the church. And later on in Acts 2 and other verses in the New Testament, God affirms this, and in our day, this verse translates by bringing your tithe to the church. And we'll say, well, David, Pastor David, I would expect that you would say that the tithe would come to the church, because you work for the church. Look, this is a case where I really wished I didn't work for the church, because I don't want to cloud my profession with a biblical teaching. Amen? I don't know why God said the church is supposed to be member supported. God says, bring the tithe to the church. He could have said, give it any way you want to, but he said, bring the tithe to the church, bring it to the storehouse. Now here's what I think.